Hi, I'm thrilled to be here with Bill Gates today. Most people know him as the co-founder of Microsoft and his work with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, working on global health and development issues. In true Bill fashion, he has spent more than a decade learning about a completely different topic, and that's climate change. And he's written a new book, How to Avoid a Climate Disaster. Hi, Bill. Thank you so much for being with me and also writing this great book, which I had a chance to read. Maybe we can start there, Bill. Why write a book on climate change and what one can do about it? Maybe you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm thrilled that February 16th, it'll be available to everyone. Climate change is a crucial problem. The damage that'll be done by the end of the century, 5 times as many people will die as are dying from the pandemic. And it's not as easy as just inventing a vaccine because there's so many areas of emission. So because the young generation cares about this issue, because we've got this goal to get to zero, I wrote the book to outline a plan that actually covers all the sources of emissions. So, I believe it can be done, but it won't be easy.
No, that's fantastic. And there's a fantastic framework in there that, helped me really learn so much more and be much more informed. You want to talk a little bit about that framework and how people can, get involved?
Yeah, so having a common sense view of how various new things reduce the 51 billion, the global emissions in CO2 ton equivalents, the book talks about how to think about that. It explains why we need so much innovation. It explains the different sources of emissions, which sadly are much greater. Things like steel and cement, you don't hear much about because changing those to be green is going to be very difficult. And then I talk a lot about the government policies that will fund the basic R&D and get people to take risks, even, like utility commissions or cities buying these new green products and companies and individuals. So, we need a concerted effort across all those entities and not skipping any of the next 30 years to hit this super ambitious goal.
And as you said, it's going to take us all in terms of tackling this challenge. Maybe we can close by saying, what is an individual today who's on LinkedIn seeing this video? What should any one of us really first do to be part of this movement?
Yeah, I hope people who read the book come away knowing that their political voice will make a very big difference. We want this to be a bipartisan issue. And so that, we're not start and stop as we're making these huge capital investments. An individual is a buyer, buying an electric car, buying artificial meat. The demand for those products is causing that scale up, the prices to come down. And that's where we want to get to, where the green version of the product, like the passenger car, doesn't cost more than the normal version. And across all the categories, that's the one that's furthest along. But, your consumer dollars make a huge difference. And then pushing your company to say, okay, when you're building new buildings, when you're having employees fly around, are you willing to put aside some money that is offset money in a variety of vehicles using that money to reduce the climate change problem?
Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you for writing the book, and thank you for all that you're doing with the global health initiatives, vaccines, and now climate change. So I appreciate it deeply and for being there with us and also inspiring us all to act. Thank you.
Thanks, Satya.
Thanks.